Oh boy, I think this is Ozone's channel. So if you want to check out Ozone to see some XDefiant gameplay, you absolutely can. I'll probably have the link down in the description. But boy, oh boy, it's not often that a game gets denied certification by both Xbox and PlayStation. But I actually wanted to take a second to talk about XDefiant because you see, XDefiant operates in that dark, nebulous shadow ground that Ubisoft has basically been playing in for the last 5 years. And we as gamers, we've low-key been letting this shit slide because we generally haven't given a shit. We've had other games to entertain our time. Fortnite, we've had Rogue Company, we've had another game from Ubisoft in the form of Rainbow Six Siege. We've also had, oh my god, what is the other one? Apex Legends. So many other free-to-play shooter games, tactical shooter games on the market. Warzone, other bullshit. But for Ubisoft, you see, they want a piece of the pie. They want to be able to make a bunch of money pushing you that good old vaporware bullshit. And when I say vaporware bullshit, I'm very much talking about skins, weapon skins, character skins, gun models, loot boxes, all that great stuff that we've gotten tired of in the last 10 years. Ubisoft finds that it needs in order to survive. You see, the first experiment that we essentially ignored was a game by the name of Hyper Scape. You probably never heard of Hyper Scape a day in your life because it never floated onto your radar. Congratulations, you are correct, because it did not make it out of the crib. Hyper Scape existed for, I think, a year, maybe less than a year. It was touted as this great game that was going to come out and challenge Fortnite for the hierarchy of free-to-play online games. It didn't do that at all. Gunplay was super generic. Gameplay was super generic. There were a few very, very interesting decisions that the game made in the way in which you traverse the game and how traversal affected how you engaged and beat other people. But for the most part, Hyperscape was fucking boring, and it lasted for only 3 seasons. I think the seasons were around 45 days each, or something along those lines. The seasons weren't really that long, if I remember from when I played the first season of Hyperscape, and the game essentially died because it didn't get the traction that Ubisoft wanted. Ubisoft wanted it to be this massive game on the level of Fortnite that they can make a ton of money on and have a really, really core gaming audience that they could constantly go back to, like the Crypt Keeper, and reach into your wallet and draw $10 out for a new skin, kind of like how they do on Rainbow Six Siege. Didn't happen. As a direct result, Hyperscape was ordered to basically shutter its doors during season 3, which was like a year after it initially launched. But here we are again, baby. Hyperscape was the beta, and this is most certainly the alpha, because that is what XDefiant is basically setting up to be for Ubisoft. Ubisoft wants XDefiant to be that game that essentially comes out, and it's this big game on the level of Warzone and Fortnite and Apex Legends that draws in a bunch of gamers, and like I said, reaches into that wallet and draws out that $10 for a premium skin. That's not going to happen. It's not going to happen at all. If anything, I would say that if you wanted to launch this game, that would have been 6 months ago when nothing else was on the market. Because right now, you are looking to drop this game next month. Who's going to have money? You're dropping this game, what? On the tail end of... Who's even going to have time? Right now, we've got Starfield. We've got Baldur's Gate 3. We've got Remnant 2. We've got... I almost wanted to call it Ghost Recon. It's most certainly not Ghost Recon. Armored Core 6. You've got Destiny still out there existing. Fortnite's releasing shit. Apex Legends releasing shit. Spider-Man 2 is coming down the pipe. There are so many games that have basically come out in the last span of 3 months. You choosing to drop this next month when there are still really good top-tier games coming out, no one's going to play this. No one. I don't know where you're thinking you're going to be drawing your fans from. I feel as though the strategy is basically going to be to hopefully throw this towards a couple big name streamers. Like, hey, here's 50 G's if you play our game on Twitch, and draw some people in to, like, you know, play with you. But after that initial month, or I would say even after that official week, when the streamer's contract's basically up and they're free to go back and start playing other games, this game is gonna die. It's gonna fall right on its face, the same way XDefiant did, the same way Hyper Scape did, and they're going to shutter the doors once again, because this isn't a game that's being made in good faith. It's not a game that's being made with, we are going to give you something completely new that you're going to get addicted to, like Apex Legends. It's not a game which is like, hey, we're just out to have fun and you can drop in and you can have fun, but if you want to be competitive, here's a rank mode for you, like Fortnite. It's a game that's designed to basically be another generic shooter, because like you can watch the gameplay in the background. The gameplay in the background looks like Warzone. It looks like Warzone with a Division 2 overlay. Will it draw people in and lock them in? It's a tall sell. It's a tall sell right now with the current state of gaming and the way in which most people feel. If you had tried to drop this a few years ago when these type of games were super big and everyone was trying to fight each other, you might have gotten like this core following. Look at Rogue Company. Rogue Company's nowhere near as big as Fortnite or Warzone, but it has its dedicated audience. Can this draw in a dedicated audience the way that Hyper Scape almost drew in a dedicated audience? No. I think that this is already a dead game. I feel as though this game is going to launch, like I said, a few streamers who are going to be paid to promote the game are going to play the game solid for about 2 weeks. Once those streamers stop playing the game, you're going to see those high number viewership of about 30, maybe 50,000 people go from all the way up here to all the way down here where it's about 200 people playing the game. And then once that happens, the game's going to be online for a few months. They'll probably try and push it into season 2 to see whether or not they can make some more money selling that battle pass. And then maybe they'll try and push for season 3. But if by season 2 the numbers aren't something to like be super hyped for, XDefiant's gonna go the way of the dinosaurs. There's gonna be a giant fucking meteor called the CEO of Ubisoft who's gonna be like, yeah, no, we're wasting resources here. Take the resources from this game and put them into like the next 4 Assassin's Creed spin-offs. But hey, I'm just a guy who's been around the block who's seen this before. But let me know what you think about XDefiant. Are you hyped? Did you even know that this game existed? Are you going to be watching to see exactly if the game succeeds or if the game fails? I don't usually push for a game's failure or for people's failure, but I'm looking at, I don't even know how to say it. I'm looking at the history of this company and how they've treated properties not called Assassin's Creed. And I'm like, I have no hope for you whatsoever. Like, remember when they rebooted Splinter Cell? And it sold a couple million copies, but it didn't sell like a bajillion copies, and they put it on a shelf for 15 fucking years. Yeah, those are the people that are going to be running this game. But comment down below, let me know what you think, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.